Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. 2. Check 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check, check. 1, 2. All right, folks, welcome back to I-37 Speedway here in Pleasanton, Texas. Beautiful night of racing. Good weather out here. We got a cool breeze blowing on us. We're about ready to get started with some practice laps. We'll send these guys around for some practice, and I'll do my best to identify the drivers as they go around. Looks like we're going to have some late models up first.
This way.
Looks like we got maybe about 10 late models out here tonight. Good to have the late models back here at I-37. I see the 77 of Mark Taylor. Does not say where he's from, but if anybody knows where Mark Taylor is, let me know. I got the 14 of Justin Henley out of San Antonio. I see the 5 of Ryan McDonald out of Floresville. We talked to Ryan last week. He told us he was getting into a late model this season, and there he is. I see the 29 of Jamie Campbell, bright orange number 29. The 1X, Andrew Hessler, previous track champion out here in previous years at I-37. Keep an eye on that 1X machine. The bright yellow 37, that's AJ Wernett out of Hondo, Texas. Looks like the track out there is still a little bit fresh, still a little bit wet. They're knocking the top off of it. A little bit slippery out there. We got one around in turn 3 and 4. That's the 14 of Justin Henley. Once again, it's just practice, so good to get that out of the way now. These guys getting all kinds of sideways out there while the track is still a bit sloppy. Oh, the 14 again around in turn 2. Gets it turned back around. Our flag man, Mr. Jeremy Hernandez, showing on the checkered flag. Practice time is done for the late models. We will see who they send out next. Got a big list of factory stocks here tonight. I'm showing about 20 factory stock entries here. Gonna make for a nice feature race later on tonight.
Man, they really worked that go-kart track, made that sucker big. And it's got banks on it. So when somebody's going to go through the infield, that's going to be a ramp.
Yeah, you don't go through the infield anymore.
Yeah, but you might not have a choice.
Couple more late models coming out here. I see once again the 29 of Jamie Campbell. Double practice for Jamie tonight. I see the 08, Landon Souter, in that white 08. And a couple heavy hitters, the 12 of Cody Hardage, throwing it way high into turn 1. And the 10-4 of Brandon Brzezowski. Those two guys coming off of good performances up at Cotton Bowl Speedway last week. They had a big late model race up there. Looks like Cody Hardage checking out the top side. You can see the on the back spoiler of that 10-4 machine in bright pink it says "Let's go Brandon." So if we have any chance of "Let's go Brandon" tonight, we'll know who you're rooting for. Uh-oh, looks like the 08 of Landon Souter way high in turns 1 and 2. Trying out the top side. All right. Practice is done for the late models. Looks like we're going to send out some factory stocks next. That 43 machine, that Nova, definitely took place in a trailer race at the end of last season. Somehow it managed to survive, and, well, now it's back in the factory stock division. '43. Johnny Johnson right there in that factory stock. He had that thing airborne last week, right down here on the front stretch, made contact with another car, and the back half of that car went about 6 feet up in the air. Looks like they got it fixed. I see the 24, brand new car for Paul Reyes in his new car tonight. He did really well first time out last week, but he's in his car tonight. I see the 15B JW Blocker from Refugio, Texas. Welcome, JB, to I-37. Thanks for racing with us. Looks like the 4D Dustin Hurley in his new ride tonight as well. That or that's a different 4D. Ah, that's the 14D. Brian Mahler out of Round Rock. There it is. I'll get this right one day. The white 4D, but it's the number 14. Brian Mahler, thanks for racing with us. Thanks for coming down south here to Pleasanton, Texas. I see the 00, Zach Freeman from Three Rivers. And I see the 29, the always fast orange, Jose Lopez Jr. from Victoria, making his way up north. Looks like we got a few practice laps. The 75 of Jerry Miller looks like he's having a little trouble down in the infield. We're going to put him on the hook. First hook of the night. Caught a big one, 3,300-pound factory stock. Looks like there might be something wrong with the rear end there, but hopefully plenty of time for him to get that one figured out before the heat races. You see the white 75 going up on the hook there down in the infield. Green flag in the air. Once again, just some practice laps. You're not missing any racing action. This is just practice. Once again, the 24, Paul Reyes in his new ride tonight. Street stock driver, famously known for racing up at Central Texas Speedway. Thought he'd give this dirt thing a try. Got himself a factory stock. He's trying it out for the second week. Oh, looks like the 14D, Brian Mahler, off the pace a little bit going into turn 3. Zach Freeman goes around in turn 3 right in front of him. Jose Lopez Jr. splits the difference. Nice flashy move there, but once again, it is just practice. Testing those reflexes. Practice session complete there. Looks like the 94 of Alan Torres coming out for some practice. I see the 4D of Dustin Hurley there in his red 4D. Daniel Lopez in the 15. 99, Dylan Gaither, the orange and blue 99. I see the 11D, John Drexler out of Victoria, Texas. Thanks for making your way up north to come race with us. Alan Torres brought that car out here last week. Looked like he broke a push rod or bent a push rod. Wasn't able to compete in the factory stock feature. So he jumped into the number 11 limited modified and had a fun feature in that number 11 limited modified from Tom Grothews. Drove it up to first place. Now, I did not know that he got into that ride. So I kept announcing Tom Grothews last week, but it was actually Alan Torres in the 94. Winning that limited modified feature. We'll see if he can keep the rocker arms on that thing tonight. Now, hey, wait a minute. That doesn't look like a car. That's the 416 Texas dirt truck of Lance Chacon getting some practice out there. It looks like we might let him run with the factory stocks tonight. Texas dirt trucks had a good showing last night out at Heart of Texas Speedway in Waco, Texas. They race on Friday nights up there in Waco. Heart of Texas Speedway, been running for a real long time up there. Up in Elm Mott, Texas, just north of Waco. I want to say they had 16 or so Texas dirt trucks out there. It was the first race for the Texas dirt trucks. They'll be here a little bit later next month. I'll give you some dates on when the Texas dirt trucks and E-mods and dwarf series, dwarf cars of Texas will be here next month. Looking forward to those races. Looks like we got some limited modifieds out for practice next. Got Alan Alexander in the 99. Sterling Tausch in the 95. And Johnny Walker Brown in the 9R. Looks like we're going to go ahead and throw the IMCA modifieds out there as well. Looks like we've got the 22 of Darrell Boyd, the bright orange 22. The 5R of Ryan Doyon out of Lacoste. And the 28 of Marlon Sanford. Marlon Sanford, I heard from somebody that it's his birthday today, so happy birthday to the 28 of Marlon Sanford. Thanks for spending it here tonight with us on the racetrack. We got one around in turn 3 over there, the 22 of Darrell Boyd. I believe that modified, previously driven by Anthony Gordon. The name Darrell Boyd doesn't ring a bell for me, so I'm not sure if he's got any modified experience, but he's making his way out there. Looks like he's having some trouble getting that thing in gear. The clutches on those IMCA modifieds can take a little getting used to. They actually work backwards. So you press the clutch in to disengage the clutch, and you let it out to engage the clutch. Well, you press the pedal in to get going, and you let it out when you want to stop going. How about that? Shaping up to have a little bit of a tricky track here tonight. Looks like it's going to be challenging for these drivers to navigate. Last week the track was real heavy and moist and tacky, whatever you want to call it, hammered down along the top. And it looks like we're giving them something completely different tonight. So probably lots of setup changes going on down to the pits. Now that these drivers have a little bit of knowledge on what to expect, they're going to be wrenching on these cars, making all sorts of adjustments to try to get them around this track as fast as possible. All right, looks like that's going to do it for practice, so we're going to get ready for our opening ceremony. We'll be right back with you in just a few moments. All right, a little bit of technical difficulties there, but we got it figured out for the moment at least. So we're going to go ahead and get ready and get started with our opening ceremonies. If you would, please rise if you are able. We'll have our national anthem. And remain standing for our opening prayer. God in heaven, we thank you so much for your grace and your mercy. We thank you so much that we have the freedom to come to this place and enjoy the sport that we love. God, we ask that you would be with our track crew, be with our drivers, be with everyone here tonight. God, just give us wisdom and protection. God, we ask that you would be with the conflict over in Ukraine. God, we ask that you step into the middle of that situation and make it right and comfort those and change the hearts of the ones that need to be changed. God, we ask that you would be with our government officials as well. Give them wisdom through these challenging times. In your name we pray. Amen. All right, we're going to get ready for our heat races. We're going to send them on down the chute. Looks like we're going to start with our beginner factory stocks. One neat feature about this track here at I-37 you won't find many other places is this little driveway right here in front of you. We send the cars right down this chute so you can wave to your favorite drivers and they have a chance to see you. So give them a wave as they come down. Just to put it on your radar as well, race night's coming up April 9th. In a couple weeks, we'll have the E-Mods back here at I-37. And then towards the end of the month in April, we'll have the Dwarf Cars and the Texas Dirt Trucks. Now, hey, wait a minute. Those don't look like factory stocks. Looks like we're going to get started with the Limited Modifieds. Limited Modifieds tonight, sponsored by Swenson Race Products. Give the Swensons a call for all your race car needs. They're up north, San Antonio, almost near Bernie. They're great folks, and they'll take care of you. Any of your race car needs, they can help you figure out what you need. They can help you with shocks, parts. Give the Swensons a call. I see 5 cars out there. I think we have 4 cars out there. We have 5 total entries. Might be waiting on one more. The 95S is Sterling Tausch out of San Antonio. Points champion from last season. We crowned the champions last week down here on the front stretch. I see the 99 of Alan Alexander from San Antonio. The 11 of Tom Grothuse. I don't know if that's Tom in there tonight. Might be Alan Torres. I'll get confirmation on that. We also have the 9R, Johnny Walker Brown. And slated for this race is the 5 of DJ Schroet, but I don't see him out there just yet.
Different car.
Waiting on confirmation for the lineup. We may be good to go with these 4. Lights are out around the track. Mr. Hernandez, our flagman, about to set them loose here at I-37. The calm before the storm. They enter into turns 3 and 4. All eyes on the 95 of Sterling Tausch. And here we go. Green flags in the air. Alexander up to the top spot. Gets by Tausch really quickly. Coming out of turn 2 down the back stretch. Johnny Walker Brown and Tom Grothuse side by side. Oh, the 9 gets a little loose. In turn 3, falls back. Looks like all the racers on the bottom side of the track for the moment. Alan Alexander leads him into turn 3 and 4. Goes way high. Opens the door for the 95 of Tausch. They swap places now. 95 of Tausch takes over the lead. They head down the back stretch. The 99 of Alexander stays low this time, keeps it on the bottom side of the track. Here comes Alexander one more time. Side by side going into turn 3. Can't complete the pass just yet. 95 of Tausch goes up high. They're side by side. And the 95 of Tausch holds on to the lead for this lap for the moment. Trying to get those cars turned. This track fitting like a bad pair of pants right now. It's tight on the bottom and loose on the top. These limited modifieds, the first ones to get a chance to try to navigate this tricky track. One more to go. White flag in the air for the 95 of Tausch. Everybody spread out around the track. It looks like this might be how we finish. The 95 of Tausch takes the top spot, followed by the 99 of Alexander. Then the 11 of Tom Grothuse. And the 9R, Johnny Walker Brown, bringing up the rear. Interesting little race right there as they navigate this track. It's a little bit tricky right now. It looks like we're going to push some of these infield tractor tires out a little bit. Change up the track. Make it a little bit better for the racers. Got to keep an eye on those infield tractor tires, man. They'll jump out at you. They'll move around. Next up, looks like we got the late models. Let's go, Brandon. The 10-4 of Brandon Brzezowski leads them out. Brandon Brzezowski taking the top spot in the points championship last year here. He's always a tough competitor around this track, and he's going to be right on the pole to get us started for these late model heat races. (10-4), Brandon Brzezowski on the pole. Outside of him, I have the 14 of Justin Henley out of San Antonio, slated to be on the outside pole. Looks like he might be giving it up, falling to the back. Inside row 2, the 08 of Landon Souter from Elmendorf, Texas. And it appears that the 29 of Jamie Campbell was slated to start on row 2, but he'll bump up to the front row. And the 12 of Cody Hardage bringing up the rear. Looks like we are still yellow lights. Looks like we're going to give them one more time around as we make a couple adjustments to the track. We're going to push the infield tractor tires out a little bit. Although, to be completely honest, these late models usually don't go anywhere near those infield tractor tires. You'll usually find these guys on the top side of the track. The 5 cars, we're going to take them 8 laps around the track, 8 laps of the distance. Lights are out around the track. We'll see if the 10-4 Brandon Brzezowski keeps an eye on that infield tractor tire going into turn 4. Jeremy Hernandez looks him over and gives him the green. Here we go. The 12 of Cody Hardage squeezes him in 3 wide coming out of turn 4. Passes 3 cars to jump up to second place. Brandon Brzezowski fired out of a cannon. He leads this first lap. Woo, got a little dirt thrown on me as the 14 of Justin Henley gets a little sideways coming down the front stretch. Brandon Brzezowski and Cody Hardage got a good battle for the lead right now. They head down the backstretch, separating away from the rest of the pack, the 10-4 and the 12. Hardage gets underneath the back fender of the 10-4 Brzezowski. We'll keep an eye on that battle. He goes high in turn 3, ducks it low in turn 4. Almost clips that infield tractor tire. Hardage all over the back bumper of Brzezowski. He breaks loose coming out of turn 2. Loses a little bit of ground, but here he comes again. Lap traffic going to be a factor in this heat race. They are quickly hunting down the 14 of Justin Henley. 2 more laps to go. 2 more laps. Your leaders navigate that lap traffic just fine. White flag in the air. 1 more lap for the 12. Cody Hardage to see if he's got anything for the 10-4 of Brzezowski. The 29 of Jamie Campbell goes way high in turn 2. Looks like we're going to finish like this. Let's go, Brandon. The 12 of Cody Hardage in second, and the 29 of Jamie Campbell tops off the podium spot. The 08 of Landon Souter picks up 4th, and the 14 of Justin Henley brings up the rear in this heat race. Good little heat race right there for your 2 powerhouses, the 10-4 of Brzezowski and the 12 of Hardage out of Seguin, Texas. Johnny Torres picking up some parts and pieces right there on the front stretch. I believe that might have been from the 14 of Justin Henley. I got a little mud right here in my face as the 14 of Henley looks like he might have made a little bit of contact with the front stretch wall. These guys moving those infield tractor tires around, trying to get the best parts of this track for the racing surface for these drivers. We'll have another round of late models coming through. Give them a wave as they come down the chute here. We call it the chute. Heat race number 2. The number 5 of Ryan McDonald in his late model tonight. We talked to him last weekend. Took the points championship in the tuner class, the sport compacts, but he's in a late model tonight. We've also got outside of him the 1X of Andrew Hessler. Andrew Hessler from Cedar Falls, Iowa, but I think he's racing out of Texas, back here in Texas tonight. Previous track points champion there. We'll see how he does. He's back in a late model. We've got the 77 of Mark Taylor. Doesn't have a listing of where he's from, but Mark Taylor joining us tonight here at I-37. Looks like we're going to get these guys to pack in the top side of the track a little bit. Try to make the top side a little bit racier. We're hoping for some 2 or 3 lane racing action here tonight. And in that bright yellow and black machine, the 37 of A.J. Wernette from Hondo, Texas. The Wernette family of racing. They've got a super late model that they race down at Five Flags down in Florida. Good to see those guys joining us here in a dirt late model. We'll see how A.J. does in a dirt late model tonight. Once again, we're getting these guys to pack in the top side of the track. We're not just making them burn gas for no reason. We are fuel conscious here, but we do want to have a nice 2 or 3 lane racing surface. These late models, they've got 15-inch big meaty rubber tires on all 4 corners of these machines, so almost 3 foot of traction across the front and back of these cars. Here we go, lights out around the track. Race control, Mr. Jeremy Hernandez looks them over as they go into turns 3 and 4. All eyes on the 5 of McDonald. Here we go, he sets them loose. McDonald and Hessler side by side getting into turn 1. McDonald now breaks out to the front spot, but here comes Hessler right behind him. The 37 of Wernette moves up to the top side of the track, trying to find some traction. 1, 2, 3, 4 late models around for lap number 2. Hessler off the pace, way off the pace, coming at it in turn 3. Not sure what happened there, but he lost a bunch of ground. The 37 of Wernette takes over the second spot. He sets his sights now on the back bumper of the 5 of McDonald. Oh, Wernette goes way high in turn 2 and down the backstretch. He loses a bunch of ground. Battle for second now, heats up. Second and third, pushing, trying to get these cars to turn. Not enough speed or not enough turn in these cars right now. We're halfway, 4 laps down. 4 more to go for the 5 of McDonald. These guys struggling to get these cars to turn, coming out of turn 2 in the backstretch. The 1X of Hessler, all sorts of turned around. He falls back to the back spot. Turn, Hessler, turn. The 1X of Andrew Hessler might have more trouble than just a tight race car. 37 of Ornette, still your second position, but way far off from the 5 of McDonald. Now he gives second spot over to the 77 of Mark Taylor and goes off into the pits. The white flag lap, and he gives it up. The 1X of Hessler just now getting to the flag stand, but here we go. The 5 of McDonald takes your first spot. The 77 of Mark Taylor takes the second spot. And here comes the 1X of Andrew Hessler. His hands full of that race car. Doing his best just to get it around to finish this race. Well, we're not worried about transfer spots tonight. We've got a full field of late models. They'll all make the feature as long as their car is in working condition. Yeah, tricky track out there. Like I said, some of these cars are pushing. Top of the track might be a little bit loose if you get way up to the top. But we'll see how this track changes as the night goes on. Tuners, or sport compacts, whatever you want to call them. We got some front wheel drive. We got some rear wheel drive. 4-cylinder racing action. Heat race number 1, the bright pink 76Y of Donald Lewis on the pole. He's out of Austin, Texas. Outside of him, the 21T of Sean Tracy from Floresville. Inside row 2, the fireball himself, Riker Hernandez from San Antonio. We've got the 88, the red and white 88, Justin Sitterly out of Floresville. Yet another Hernandez brother, the 28 of Levi Hernandez. We've got the 18 of Michael Burris Sr. out of Marion. Looks like a little Acura Integra there. The white number 18. And bringing up the rear, the number 43 of Jennifer Kidd out of San Antonio. Jennifer Kidd back in a sport compact tonight, back in her ride. They got that thing going earlier this week. 2 Hernandez brothers, and on the pole, getting ready to let them loose, the 76Y. That bright pink, Donald Lewis out of Austin, Texas. Green flag flies. Here we go. Sport compact racing action. We'll see if the brothers Hernandez have a strategy for this race. They split the difference, and now they are 1 and 3 beside the 21T of Sean Tracy, who takes over second spot. Here comes the 18 of Michael Burris Sr. and the 43 of Jennifer Kidd. Passing a couple cars there. She finds herself in 5th, in battle for 4th. She takes over the 4th spot from the 18 of Michael Burris. Here comes the 55 of Riker Hernandez. Riker had a great showing out here last weekend. He took the 3rd spot in the feature. Oh, he goes way high in turn 2. Gives the top spot over to the 21T of Sean Tracy. He's side by side with his brother in the 28. That's Levi Hernandez and Riker Hernandez, 2 and 3. Jeremy Hernandez, our flagman, only has to look at one spot right now on the track. Both of his boys right next to each other in the 2nd and 3rd spot. 4 laps down, 4 more to go. Your top 3 remain the same. For lap number 4, we got 3 more laps now. Tracy, Hernandez, and Hernandez. And in 4th position, here comes Jennifer Kidd. Levi Hernandez now creeping up to the back bumper of Sean Tracy. They come out of turn 4. 2 more laps to go. 2 laps to see what Levi Hernandez can do. Now he's all over the back bumper right now of the 21 of Tracy. One more lap and he's right there trying it on the outside. Here they go. Tracy and Hernandez in a battle for the lead right here on the white flag lap. Hernandez goes way up high in turn 2, loses a bunch of car links. Looks like this is how we're going to finish. Tracy, Levi Hernandez, and then the 55 of Riker Hernandez. Oh, the 18 of Michael Burris Sr. gets a little sloppy coming out of turn 4. Okay.
Because they only had 3 of them, so they just combine them all together.
21T, Sean Tracy out of Floresville takes the heat race victory. Followed by Levi Hernandez and then Riker Hernandez. The brothers Hernandez having a good showing there in the heat race. Looks like we got another Sport Compact heat race coming at you. We're going to take them 8 laps around. Starting on the pole, the blue and white 32 of Joshua Garcia. Joshua Garcia out of Floresville, Texas. Outside of him, the red 9T of John Thomas coming out of Schertz, Texas. Row number 2 on the inside. The silver bullet, the 33 of Jamie Garner out of San Antonio. Outside of him, the number 12 of Billy McCall out of Somerset. Inside row 3, the 81 of Michael Burris Jr. out of Marion, Texas. And outside of him will be the 35 of Daryl Jones out of San Antonio. And bringing up the rear, looks like the number 8 of Robert Kelm back in a Sport Compact tonight. Robert Kelm, I believe your track champion from a few years back. He finds himself back in a car and taking a green flag. The black number 8, Robert Kelm, keep an eye on that one. He knows how to get around this place. Oh, the 12 of McCall goes way high in turn 2, gets a little sloppy. The silver bullet right now, the 33 of Jamie Garner, takes over the top spot from Joshua Garcia, who falls back to 3rd place now. 81 of Burris Jr. finds himself in 2nd place. Here comes the 8 of Robert Kelm, now passes 3 cars. He finds himself in 4th position. But a long way to go. Oh, look out, the 12 all off in the infield, taking the shortcut, getting on the binders. Not sure if there's a problem with that car, if he just got loose. But he parks it right there in the infield, right next to one of our track photographers. Miss Rachel Plant down there. Rachel Plant, the picture taker. You see her in her bright pink vest so those drivers can see her. We go ahead and throw the yellow flag for this one. Rachel Plant, I'm sure, got a nice close-up picture of that number 12 machine. And she might need a change of underwear. I don't know. But Jay Hallis also down there. Mr. J taking pictures in turn 1 and 2. Jumping out of the way. Mr. J, do you need a change of pants down there? I don't know if he can hear me. Jay Hallis with Rebs Race Reports. Go check him out on Facebook. Post all of his pictures down there, making sure to keep track of our racing action. So 1 flag to go. We got one more pace lap. We're going to have our first restart of the night. Restarts look like this. As soon as the light goes out, they can go racing, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and choose to go racing. As soon as that light went out, your leader can decide to let this field loose. So the 33 at Garner actually gets to start way off in turn 1, hopefully to get the jump on the rest of this field. Burris Jr. falls back to second. Joshua Garcia in third. The 9T of John Thomas right now in fourth, but here comes the 8, Robert Kelm. The 12 way up to the top in the backstretch up there. Holds onto it for the time being. Looks like the 12 of Billy McCall exploring all of this track. The bottom, the top, the infield. There he goes again. Making sure those tires are where they need to be. Battle for the lead. Heats up right now in turn 2. And down the backstretch, the 81 of Burris Sr. Burris Jr. Senior was in the last race. Burris Jr. up to the top. Makes the pass on the 33 of Garner. And we have a new leader. .35 of Darrell Jones off the pace a little bit in turn 4. 2 laps to go. 2 more laps for your leader. Burris Jr. in the 81. Oh, one around in turn 3. That's the 12 of Billy McCall. Billy, I'm going to tell you, now is not the time to get a look at turn 3 from the opposite direction. He gets it turned around. We stay green. Your leader still the 81 of Burris Jr., followed by the 33 of Garner, the 32 of Garcia, and here comes the 9T of John Thomas. And they will finish in that order. Oh, look out for the front stretch. The 12 of McCall all over the place in this one. These guys clearing off the track. Hey, picture takers, are you guys okay down there? Can we get a thumbs up? 12 of McCall checking out the entire track. All right, we're going to send the next group of cars down here for their heat race. Let's see what comes up next. Looks like it's going to be modifieds. IMCA modifieds. Here we go. Little dusty around there on the chute. Starting on the pole, the 56 of Gilbert Amasquita from San Antonio, Texas. Outside of him, the 77 of Robert Lease Jr. from Schertz, Texas. Inside row 2, I've got the BD1 of Jared Maupin. Jared Maupin. We talked a lot to Jared Maupin last week, taking home several placing trophies in several classes. Jared Maupin, no stranger to victory lane down here. He knows how to get around this track. And then the always fast 82 of Rick Green from Bertram, Texas, joining us once again. So keep your eye on those two racers, the BD1 and the 82. Looks like we're going to have them pack in the top side of the track a little bit more. Lights out around the track. They bunch them up. 2 by 2. Here they come around turn 3. All eyes on the 56 of Gilbert Amasquita. And the green flag waves. Here we go. Modified racing. The 77 of Robert Leach jumps out to the early lead, but here comes the BD1 of Maupin. Trying to find a way around the 56. Let's see if he can get it done. There they go, side by side into turn 2. Jared Maupin jumps up into the second position. Jared Maupin now sets his sights on the 77 of Robert Lease. 2 laps complete, 6 more to go. Here comes the 82 of Rick Green trying to get around Amasquita. Side by side coming out of turn 2. And it looks like Green will make the pass. Ever so gently makes his way around the infield tractor tires, the 82 of Green. Looks like Green having some problems getting out of turn 2. 77 of Robert Lease Jr. lifting that front left up. Leaving the front left at home right there. 3 wheels all the way around the turn. These IMCA modifieds got a lot more horsepower under the hood. When they make it connect to the ground, they can lift that tire up all the way around the track, just like the 77 is doing right now. An awesome sight to see right there. One more lap to go. BD1 of Jared Maupin. Oh, the 82 of Rick Green off the pace coming out of turn 4. Looks like he recollected himself. Here comes Jared Maupin to the checkered flag. The 77 of Robert Lease brings it home in second. Green in third. And the 56 of Amasquita, oh, has a little trouble in turn 4. Holds on to it. Amasquita took a hard right turn in turn 4. Holds on to it to finish this race. Heat race number 2 for your IMCA modifieds. We're going to send him down the chute momentarily. Another round of IMCA modifieds, once again sponsored by Price Chevrolet. Price Chevrolet with us tonight as the sponsors for these IMCA modifieds. We will start the number 5 of DJ Schroet on the pole. Outside of him, the 5R of Ryan Doyon. Inside row 2, the bright orange 22Z of Daryl Boyd. And the birthday boy himself, the 28 of Marlon Sanford. What do you want to bet the over-under is between his car number and his age? 28 of Marlon Sanford. It is his birthday today. Joining us for some racing action. 4 more IMCA modifieds, and we'll take them 8 laps around the track. Lights are out. But for the start of the race, we're going to start on the starter, Mr. Jeremy Hernandez, with the green flag in hand. He looks him over coming out of turn 3 and 4. DJ Schroet gets on the gas, almost has to dodge the infield tractor tire. Two by two they go down the backstretch. Schroet and Doyon. Doyon on the top, Schroet on the bottom. Looks like Doyon's going to take this first lap. The 28 of Sanford almost coming into contact with the front stretch wall. He holds on to it. Finds himself in 3rd position. Oh, the 5 of Schroet way off the pace as he gets high into turn 2. That gives 2nd position over to the 28 of Marlon Sanford. Little bit of body damage right there for the 28 of Sanford as he made contact with the front stretch wall. We'll see if that affects his aerodynamics. Oh, the 5 of Schroet almost does it again. Last week, he took a hard left turn and then a hard right turn. Right down the front stretch, made contact with the front stretch wall. Looks like he holds on to it this week. The 22Z of Daryl Boyd off into the infield. 2 laps to go for the 5R of Ryan Doyon, followed by the 28 of Marlon Sanford. White flag in the air for Doyon. Sanford in 2nd place. And the 5 of Schroet in 3rd place. They're a little bit backwards on the track right now, but that's how they play out. Doyon takes the checkered flag. Here comes 2nd place since Sanford, and then 3rd place of Doyon. They crossed under the flag stand backwards, but that is how they will finish. The 22Z of Boyd looks to have that car back and rolling again. Not sure if there were any technical difficulties with that car, but hopefully he'll be able to get that worked out. Back under racing condition for the feature. Next up will be the factory stocks. It looks like we're combining the B factory stocks and the regular factory stocks all into one. So here they come, factory stocks. We've got about 20 of them tonight. Factory stock heat race number 1. Lineup looks like this. The bright orange number 29, Jose Lopez Jr. going to be leading him around on the pole. Outside of him will be the 15L of Daniel Lopez. Inside row 2, the 747 of Cody Tesh, making his way up north from Yoakum, Texas. Then we've got the 36 of George Quintanilla out of Atkins, Texas, outside of him. Row number 3, the 94 of Alan Torres. Outside of him, the 98 of Ronnie Schoenfeld. And then bringing up the rear, we have the 11D of John Drexler from Victoria. 7 competitors, 8 laps the distance for heat race number 1. Looks like the lights are on the track. We got them bunched up. We're about ready to go. Green flag racing. All eyes will be on the 29 of Jose Lopez Jr. Jose Lopez, no stranger to Victory Circle here at I-37. Knows how to get around this track. But Cody Tesh in the 747, always a fast customer. And don't count out the 94 of Alan Torres. Here we go. Green flag. Here comes the 747 of Cody Tesh on the bottom, getting underneath the 29 of Jose Lopez. And here comes the 94 of Alan Torres as well. Daniel Lopez falls back to 4th. Here comes the 94 Torres side by side with Lopez Jr. Lopez Jr. on the top. Torres on the bottom. Looks like he's going to make that pass for 2nd. Alan Torres now sets his sights on the 747 of Cody Tesh, who's your leader for the moment. Cody Tesh passes a couple cars, finds himself in the lead. Breaking away from the rest of the pack is Torres and Tesh. All sorts of distance right now between 2nd and 3rd. The 15 of Daniel Lopez takes over 3rd place as the 29 of Lopez Jr. went way high in turn 2, got up in the loose stuff and falls back. Two more laps to go for your leader, the 747 of Tesh. There's a battle for 3rd right now. Lopez and the 11 of John Drexler. They're side by side coming out of turn 2 and down the backstretch. White flag waves, and the only battle on the track right now is for 3rd position. Daniel Lopez backs off. Falls back a couple car lengths. Looks like he wanted to try to get back down onto the bottom side of the track, but loses position in doing so. The 747 of Tesh takes the checkered flag. Alan Torres, oh, we got 1 around, 2 around. Some ballroom dancing going on up there in turn 3 right before the checkered flag. 3rd position looks like it went to the 11D of John Drexler. 4th goes to the 15 of Lopez, and then 5th to the 36 of George Quintanilla out of Atkins, Texas. We'll get those cars turned back around. That was the 28 of Lopez Jr. and the 98 of Ronnie Schoenfeld taking a spin in turn number 3.
tightened up in the last 15 minutes. It's really come together. They're sticking to it now.
There goes the 98 of Schoenfeld. Looks like the racing groove might be moving up a little bit. Hard to tell from where I'm sitting, but it doesn't look like the top side is as muddy as it was once before. But we'll see how this next group of drivers navigates this track. Heat race number 2 for the factory stocks. Starting on the pole, the 00 of Zach Freeman from Three Rivers, Texas, just down the road. Outside of him will be the 24 of Paul Reyes in his brand new factory stock tonight. Inside row 2, the Silver Bullet, 91 of Jared Maupin. Jared Maupin did really, really well last week here in that factory stock, so he's in it once more. Jared Maupin driving for Jamie Fuller. Then we got the 14D of Brian Mahler from Round Rock. The biggest number on that car is the number 4, but it's number 14 based on the scores tower. We've got the 719 of Brian Schoenbaum back here and joining us at I-37 Speedway. Really good success out here in a sport compact, but he's got himself a factory stock now. This is, I think, his second or third race in that machine. We'll see how he does. Outside of him, the 43 of Johnny Johnson, and we take the green flag. There goes the 24 of Paul Reyes off to the early lead. The 91 of Maupin all over the back bumper of the 00 of Freeman. They are your top 3. Oh, we got one around. And the yellow flag flies. The 719, Brian Schoenbaum Jr. Still getting used to that car, it looks like. He takes the loop-de-loop around in turn 3. Gets it recollected. The 719 is Schoenbaum. Looks like he's hammered down around this track. Unless he's turning the small circles instead of the big circles. We'll get him stacked back up. Once again, another restart, which means that your leader gets to jump out front. That is the 24 of Paul Reyes. Then the second row will have to file in behind him. At the time of the caution, whoever was second gets to pick whether they want to be on the top side or the bottom side of this track, so they get that choice. And as soon as we turn the lights out, the 24 Paul Reyes gets to go at any time. So lights are out now, and he is off. Takes off down the backstretch, hoping to catch these other racers off guard. And it looks like we are back to the same order we were just a moment ago. But here comes the 91 of Jared Maupin sliding underneath the 24. Jared Maupin sneaks underneath and takes over that first position from the 24 of Reyes. And it looks like he's going to put a few car lengths of distance on second place. Here comes the 00 of Zach Freeman now in third. Sets his sights on the back bumper. $14D of Brian Mahler out there. Finds himself in fourth position, but the 719 is Schoenbaum creeping up, creeping up, creeping up. All over his back bumper now. The 00 is Zach Freeman. Having a little trouble getting out of turn 4, though. Loses a little bit of pace. Now here comes the 14D of Brian Mahler and the 719 of Schoenbaum. 2 more laps to go. 2 more laps. Jared Maupin classing this field right now. 1 lap to go. Reyes in second, and the 00 Freeman still in third. Checker flag now for the 91 of Maupin. Paul Reyes in second, rounding out your top 3. The 00 Freeman. 4th goes to the 14D of Brian Mahler. And 5th place goes to the 719 of Brian Schoenbaum. We got 1 more heat race for these factory stocks before we head off into intermission. We'll be just about ready for a nice time to check the concession stand. Get you a nice cold drink or something to eat there. Make sure to also stop by our souvenir booth. We're doing 50-50 drawing tonight, so get your 50-50 tickets. We'll draw just after intermission. So get your 50-50 tickets from that booth right there. And the souvenir booth is where you want to get your tokens for the concession stand. So stop by the souvenir booth first, no matter what you do. Starting on the pole for this 3rd heat race in the factory stock class, we got the 15 of William Cavender. Looks like he might be dropping back. Outside of him, the blue and orange 99, that's Dylan Gaither. Inside row 2 will be the 4D, the red 4D of Dustin Hurley, but it looks like he's going to bump up to that 1st spot. We've got the 75 of Jerry Miller out of Von Ormy, the 44K of Michael Keelik out of Lavernia, and bringing up the rear of the 15B, the black 15, that's J.W. Blocker out of Refugio, Texas. Lights are out around the track. It looks like the lineup is going to be good for heat race number 3. So now on the pole, the 4D of Dustin Hurley. Going to lead him around to the green flag. Hernandez looks him over and shows him the green. The 99 of Dylan Gaither off to the early lead, but here comes the 4D of Hurley right on his back bumper. The 44K of Keelik finds himself in the 3rd spot. Looks like everybody's spread out right now, spread out around the track. Looks like the 75 of Jerry Miller needs to get off the chip or get a smaller gear ratio. Jerry Miller in the 75, giving that car all it's worth, and it looks like that's all it was worth, so he takes it off into the pits. 5 cars left in this heat race. 4 more laps to go. 99 of Gaither still firmly in control of this one. The 4D of Dustin Hurley doing all he can to try to make up some ground against that 99 machine. The 44 of Keelik still in 3rd, trying to find some traction around this track, trying to find what works so he can make up some distance to get to that 2nd place car. 2 more laps to go. White flag coming out for your leader, the 99 of Gaither. Uncontested in this one. He took over the lead in the first lap and never looked back. So barring any major catastrophe, the 99 of Dylan Gaither going to take this checkered flag. The 4D of Dustin Hurley taking that second spot. And the 44K of Keelik rounding out your top 3. The 15B of J.W. Blocker from Refugio. And then the blue number 15, that's William Cavender, rounding out your top 5. We're going to shift over into intermission, bring out the go-karts tonight on our big, high-banked go-kart track. Looks like we've also got some adult Predator karts that are going to compete here tonight. Adult Predator karts, always fun to watch. Lots of hard racing action. We already did the go-karts. Never mind. We're just going to go to intermission. So you guys, it's a good chance to stop off by the concession stand, get you a cold drink. We're going to throw some tunes on the radio and get back with you in just a few minutes.
Korean late model championship points for the year 2021. They were at a big race up at Cotton Bowl Speedway last weekend. Weren't able to attend our regular show, but they're here tonight, obviously. And third place is going to go to Landon Souder. I know he's here tonight, but I don't think he's here yet, so we'll give him his plaque. And second place is going to Cody Hardage. Last year was our first full year with full-on late models, and right now the trend seems to be it's growing actually at a faster pace in some of the other classes, and that's awesome for the sport because it's one of your top levels of cars that you'll get into, and these cars are really fast and these guys are good at racing them. Our championship goes to Brandon Brzezowski. He's first place last year, won the points championship, and I'm sure he has some people he wants to thank after. Here, let's do it now. What do you got to thank, Brandon?
I'd like to thank Billy Bob's Repair and Tire, Lone Star Pressure Equipment, the Trash Can Cleaners, Schaefer's Racing Oil, Texas Industrial Radiator, Mobex Suspension Technology, and all you fans for coming out and supporting us.
Brandon and his family own their own business, which is Billy Bob's Truck and Repair down the road, and they also sponsor the track and do a lot to contribute to our sport of racing. We appreciate them very much. And I think Brandon's daughter debuted her first go-kart race tonight. So we got a new coming up and another female thank you. She identifies as female too. All right, now Rachel's gonna do some cool dance moves, and I say cool. That's all we got. How about 50-50? We'll get that done here in a minute. You might still have a chance to get some 50-50 tickets. Chris, am I fired yet? He said yes.
Yeah. Put the mic down.
Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to just stand there and roast people like Milton would do.
I mean, people seem to get a kick out of that.
Yeah. Milton, boy, he's tough. He don't let nobody slide on anything.
He would, somebody do the hokey pokey right about now.
Yeah. For $1 or something. Piddly.
Miss Rachel, how you doing? Yeah? How were all those late models up there at Cotton Bowl last week? Yeah? Oh, okay. All right. I'm a big fan of late models myself. It's always good to have them here. There you go. Late model
Yeah.
brought you here. They brought me here too, but I'm saying I'd have been here either way.
They're growing too. I was telling the fans they're growing, and man, it's exciting to see that class grow because it's a little bit more expensive than some, but
It is.
man, it's a wide tire and it steers like a real race car is what I've been told.
I was talking to the fans a little bit earlier about how wide are the tires back there? They're like 15 inches wide, right?
Yeah, when you get them mounted up, about 14 inches. And the cool thing is they probably weigh about, I don't know,
With the aluminum rims,
6,
right?
7 pounds, 8 pounds maybe at the most,
Yeah.
compared to like an IMCA modified, which is about
Steel
22, yeah, 22 pounds or so with tire and wheels, so
And
big
they're
difference.
Only 8 inches wide on those IMCA modifieds.
Yeah, easy to overdrive those cars.
Yeah. Well, we saw a lot of that tonight. They were having the IMCA modifieds were having a heck of a time with it. It's changed a lot since their first race out. As you can see, a little bit tacky all around. You guys and the track crew have done a good job trying to get this track spread out so that we can have multi-groove racing.
Yeah, probably shouldn't give Johnny too much credit yet. Let's see how the rest of the night goes, but we'll see. Time will tell.
He's been all over those infield tractor tires, let me tell you. Those things have been moved in, they've been moved out,
Yeah.
up and down, left and
I
right.
saw Cody Hardage hit one and knocked it about 25 foot. But I'm going to tell you, I feel like I'm one of the first guys to implement using that size of tire that allows you to hit it and not tear up your car.
Yeah.
That's me. I did that.
I've seen some pretty big 66-inch flotation tires around tracks, and I can't imagine making contact with one of those things and
Bro.
surviving it.
Bro, Rachel should have got Rico Abreu to take a picture by Cotton Bowl Speedway's tires. That's no disrespect to nobody, but I bet he was about the same height as a couple of those tires.
Yeah.
Those tires intimidate me.
Yeah. They're scary, especially. They're
Yeah,
big-
after
they're big
$2,000 worth of damage sometimes, if you hit it just right, which is your fault still, not the tire. Did you get the shot? Of course you did. We know. Yes, sir.
Rachel has a special pink tractor tire out there at Cotton Bowl. It's bright neon pink out there. Is that the turn one? It's the starter tire. Okay, it's the turn four. Gotcha. Bright pink, hard to miss unless you're heading straight forward, I guess. Oh, if they hit it, they have to repaint it. Look out. Bright pink tractor tire up there at Cotton Bowl. Yeah.
I got the bad news. I got to deliver a request from our facilities department. Hey ladies, please put paper and products in the bucket in the restrooms, not in the toilets, please. Our septic's sensitive. Yeah, I'm trying to be discreet here. So please, just throw it in the buckets. I personally got the buckets, clean, nice, new, clean one. They even say heart. You know, it's like ladylike. So it says, I'm like, man, we got to doll this up. But put the paper products in the bucket. Oh, and we got a dance off. You're not dancing? Oh, you already won. You want to show your dance moves anyway? You got any music?
Yeah, I got music.
You got music? Come on out, buddy. I'll sponsor a dance-off contest if anybody wants to challenge this young man. Elliot. Let me look in my wallet, see what I got. I got lint. I got some lint. $2, waiting on the music. Yo, DJ.
Let's see. Trying to find a good.
Whoever wins
How about this?
has to go against Rachel. Oh. There we go. What do you got, Superman? That's what your shirt said. So far, he's gonna win. He's got all the moves. Oh, there we go. Well, now she's got it. Okay. Okay, we gotta have.
Dead battery. Uh-oh. Yeah. I think there's only one clear winner out there. The young one in the bright pink bow out there. Absolutely. She was a little hesitant at the start, but towards the middle she got it going there. Ray, she don't know what that is. She's gonna put that in her mouth, man. Give it to the mom. There you go. Little dance off there. All right, well, we're just about ready to get started with racing action. One more time, we've got our 50-50 drawing here that was just handed to me. And I'll take my 10% off the top. No, just kidding. $117. $117 for the 50-50 tonight. Who got second place in that dance contest? Where was that? Where was that kiddo? How about you, young lady? You want to do me a favor? Will you reach into that bucket and grab me a coupon? Just one. Just one. Only one. Is that the right one? You want to change your mind? Okay, this is the right one. Here we go. Get out your orange 50-50 tickets. Orange 50-50 tickets. The number on the ticket in my hand is 135684. 135684. Come down here between the stands and claim your 50-50 prize. $117. Do we have a winner? Oh, not again. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How do you do this every time? Right? Time to take you to Vegas. Can we go to Vegas together? 135684. There you are, young lady. Congratulations. Oh, we're going to pick another one. From the track. From the track. Well, she's not eligible since she already won one.
No offense.
But
If you draw her number, she's out.
you want to pick a coupon for me, young lady? Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. $40. One more 50-50 ticket. This is like 20%, I guess. 20-50. I don't know.
It's free.
I can't do math. 135658. 135658. Orange 50-50 ticket. If you got it.
There we go.
Hey, right here. Let me check that number.
See, either one or we got bit by a bunch of ants. I don't know.
There you might have got bit by. Ah! All right, there you go. That'll buy you like 3 gallons of fuel, but it's better than nothing. Oh, we got you. We counted it. We appreciate you.
Man, stare down.
Congratulations.
She's staring you down. We need to have our own podcast, you and I. Oh, hey, Chris.
Yeah, what's up?
Cool story. That gentleman that just won, she said he stands over there and buys his gifts and stuff from us.
Wow.
Yeah, just as a token of good faith or whatever, generosity.
Well,
Thank you,
hey,
sir.
It's
Cool, good thing.
back around.
Good thing comes back. That's right. That's awesome.
Yeah, if you haven't checked out our souvenir booth, we got some new designs in there, so be sure to check out our souvenir booth if you haven't lately. A couple nice hats and designs and shirts and stuff.
There's some bucket hats too.
Some bucket hats.
And it's getting hot.
Yeah, it's about that time to get hot. The weather tonight is nice. We got a nice cool breeze. It's like 70 degrees out here.
Yeah, I just wish the wind wasn't helping the fires going on right now.
Yeah, that's true. I know we have one racer right now who's not here because he's having to manage that fire that's near him. So hopefully that situation clears itself up.
You know, maybe it's a good time to talk about State Farm insurance. You know, we got to have insurance on our stuff when stuff like that happens.
State Farm Insurance is here tonight. As you can see that bright red banner down there in the infield, State Farm Insurance. They were here earlier tonight giving out free passes and insurance quotes. So if you didn't get a chance to get one of those, make sure to connect with our State Farm Insurance rep listed out there. Was that yours? I've got State Farm Insurance.
Chris, was that his beard? Did he throw it down from the flag stand earlier?
Did you throw a beer? Come on now.
Man,
At least he picked it back up, I guess.
I guess.
Very nice, Mr. Jeremy there.
Here's our fearless leader, Johnny Torres.
Hey!
Woo!
All right. Thank you, Miss Rachel, for helping us out with driver interviews and stuff like that. She's going to handle the microphone for us. Yeah, once again, on your schedule, you want to mark these dates down. April 9th, coming up next month, April 9th. Hey, that's not nice, Robert. Got the suicide doors on there, so she can't even sneak in from the back. Anyway, April 9th, we've got the E-Mods back here at I-37. E-Mods always put on a good show here, April 9th. And then towards the end of the month after Easter, we've got the Dwarf Cars and the Texas Dirt Truck Series making a visit here April 30th. Saturday night, April 30th. So get back out here, check out the Texas dirt trucks. Their numbers are growing as well, just like the late models are growing. The Texas dirt trucks are growing. I believe they had 16 cars last night at Heart of Texas Speedway, and probably a few more in the making. Well, once again, happy birthday to Marlon Sanford, our IMCA modified driver. But tonight, we want to wish a special hello to Richardson Brothers and Price Chevrolet. Those guys, you can see their banner down there in the infield. They are big supporters of this track here at I-37. They help us make sure that we can put on a good show for you folks. Always want to support those people that support the sport that you love. Check out Price Chevrolet and Richardson Brothers. If you're in the market for a new or probably used vehicle, they can take care of you. But it sounds like I'm hearing some cars getting started back in the pits there. We're about ready to get started with our feature races. We'll see who comes out first. I believe we're going to have the limited modifieds heading out in just a moment for their feature race.
What's up, Dustin? Good. And here they come. Give them a wave. Limited Modifieds. Limited Modifieds, sponsored by Swenson Race Products. Looks like we will have a small group of Limited Modifieds out here tonight. But all these competitors pretty close to each other. So we'll see how it plays out. We got the 95S of Sterling Tausch out of San Antonio, Texas, on the pole. Outside of him will be the 99 of Alan Alexander. Inside row number 2 will be the 11 of Tom Grothews out of San Antonio. And outside of him will be the 9R of Johnny Walker Brown out of Pleasanton. Lineup looks good. Lights are out around the track. We're going to go green flag racing this time by. Here we go. Mr. Jeremy Hernandez eyes him over. All eyes on Sterling Tausch. She brings them around to the green flag, and they're off. Oh, a little bit of contact before the flag stand. 11 of Tom Grothuse gets into the back bumper of the 95 of Tausch. That lets the 99 of Alexander jump out to the early lead. The track has changed quite a bit since these guys last were on the track earlier in the evening. Looks like there's a lot more traction on the top side of the track. Tom Grothuse sets his sights on the back bumper of Sterling Tausch once again. Your two closest competitors in second and third right now. Looks like the 95 of Tausch making up a little distance on the 99 of Alexander. Here he comes. That'll soon be a battle for first and second. Oh, the 11 of Grothuse goes high in turn 2. We've also got the 9 of Walker Brown doing donuts down in the infield. Looks like the 9 of Brown got it going back in the right direction. We stay green. He just wanted to say hi to Rachel, that's all. Oh, the 95 of Sterling Tausch gets a little crossed up coming out of turn 4. Tries to dodge that infield tractor tire coming out of turn 4. And almost makes contact with the front stretch wall in the process. Here they come again, the 11 of Grothuse on the top of the track. Looks like the 11 of Grothuse having to fight a tight race car right now. That car not turning at all. He's having to get way off of the gas just to get that car to turn. Super tight on entry is the 11 of Grothuse. 2 more laps. Flagman showing him 2 laps to go. I know I'm not the greatest at math, but I think we shortened up this feature just a little bit. Probably from 20 laps to 10 or 15. Here comes the 95 of Sterling Tausch. White flag in the air. 1 more lap to see what he can do with the 99 of Alexander. Makes contact with the back bumper. Here comes the 95 of Tausch trying it on the outside. Checkered flag in the air. Not going to be enough. The 99 of Alexander takes his feature win tonight. First feature race down. I believe that is the first feature race win for the 99 of Alexander on dirt. Had a factory stock a couple seasons ago. They put together a limited modified. Looks like he's doing pretty well for himself. We're about ready to send another feature race down the chute. Making quick progress of the races tonight. I see some late models. Late models make their way back to I-37 Speedway. Starting on the pole will be the 10-4 of Brandon Brzezowski out of Lavernia, Texas. Outside of him will be the black number 5. That's Ryan McDonald out of Floresville. Inside row 2 will be the 12 of Cody Hartage out of Seguin. Outside of him, the 77 of Mark Taylor. Row number 3, the orange number 29, that's Jamie Campbell out of Lavernia. The 1X of Andrew Hessler. Row number 3 will be Landon Souter in the 08. And the bright yellow 37 of AJ Wernett out of Hondo, Texas. And bringing up the rear, I've got the 14 of Justin Henley. Justin Henley taking a good look up there at turn number 3. That or he might have forgot to put his gloves on, I'm not sure. But he will rejoin the back of the pack. Here he comes. A much different sound coming out of that number 14 machine. Almost sounds like a 6-cylinder of some sort. Not sure what the header arrangement is under the hood of that car, but definitely sounds much different than the rest of the field. Once again, the bright pink Let's Go Brandon there on the 10-4. We know who you're cheering for if I get a Let's Go Brandon out of you. Brandon Brzezowski, your late model champ from last year. Picking up right where he left off on the pole for this feature race. We're going to take him 20 laps. 20 laps around this racing surface here at I-37. Lights are out around the track. Mr. Jeremy Hernandez looks them over as they come out of turn 3 and 4. Green flag in the air. The 10 of Brzezowski jumps out to the early lead, followed by the 12 of Hartage. The 5 of McDonald falls back to third. And we got a couple around in turn 3. Evasive maneuvers being taken in turn 3 and 4. That collected the 37 of Wernett and the 1X of Hessler, but we stay green. Here comes the 29 of Jamie Campbell, challenging for that third position. Oh, the 37 of Wernett off the pace. Looks like he's going to take it off into the pits. One car down early in this race. Looked like the 77 of Mark Taylor making a little bit of contact with the front stretch wall as he came out of turn 4. He keeps it going in the right direction though. Oh, more contact with the front stretch wall for the 77. A little bit loose coming out of turn 4. Here comes the 29 of Campbell on the bottom. That is the battle for third position right now. Jamie Campbell and the 5 of McDonald, your battle for third. Oh, looks like the 14 of Justin Henley off the pace. 14 of Justin Henley stays on the track for the moment. Your leaders already making their way into lap traffic. They make their way around the 1X of Hessler. The 29 of Campbell and the 5 of McDonald side by side coming out of turn 3 and 4. Campbell trying to jump up into third position. Trying to make the bottom side of this track work, but does not do it that time around. The 5 of McDonald holds on to third position as they come up on lap traffic. Brzezowski still your leader as they make their way into more lap traffic. Here he comes on the bottom. 10 laps down, 10 more to go. Brzezowski uses the lap traffic to get a little space between him and the number 12 of Cody Hartage. Now the 12 makes his way around the lap traffic. Here comes the 1X of Hessler. But he is lap traffic right now for the 29 of Jamie Campbell, who's in third position. Jamie Campbell in the orange, number 29, jumps his way up in front of that lap traffic. There's a little bit of a traffic jam. One goes into the infield. The 5 of McDonald holds on to it. Here comes the 29 of Jamie Campbell once again. Third place, almost 3/4 of a lap down from your leader. The 10-4 of Brandon Brzezowski, still your leader. The 12 of Hartage goes around the 5. That is lap traffic right now, the 5. Hartage and Brzezowski all through the field. They're almost all the way back up to second position. The 12 of Hartage. Oh, the 12 of Hartage gets into lap traffic. Spins it around, does a couple donuts.
All broke. Driving on the right front.
The 1X of Hessler, I'm being told the left front tire is all the way turned in, but he's still staying out there trying to make some progress in this feature race. The 10-4 Brandon Brzezowski having to fight his way through lap traffic. I do not know what happened to the 29 of Jamie Campbell, but I don't see him out there anymore. With a 10-4, Brzezowski is going to take the checkered flag. There goes the 12 of Hartage. And well, to be completely honest with you, I have no idea who was in third place after that. It might have been the 5 of McDonald. It might have been the 77. The 29 of Campbell left the track. He was in third place. The 08 of Landon Souter. I'm hearing the 08. But here comes the 10-4, Brandon Brzezowski picking up right where he left off last season. Taking this first feature win for your late models.
Julie.
One feature race?
What?
So it was a one feature race.
Give me the keys to the car. I gotta come back.
We'll get Brandon Brzezowski out of that car right now. Can I get a let's go, Brandon? Brandon Brzezowski, he can hear you now. Brandon Brzezowski getting out of that car. We will talk to him in just a second.
Pull the middle up.
Brandon Brzezowski, man, you're picking up right where you left off last season. You got some hardware that you're taking home tonight. How does the car feel?
It feels pretty good, you know. If I could keep it bouncing through the corners, it's pretty good. I don't know how close they were behind me, but I wasn't pushing it real hard there at the end, just kind of trying to see if anybody showed me a nose or anything.
Probably the biggest competition that you had out there was dodging in and out of that lap traffic, man. How'd you pull that off?
You just got to look ahead and kind of see where those guys are running and, you know, try to predict, hope they stay where they're at and just, you know, go as good as you can. I didn't mean to get in that 08 there coming to the checkers, but he kind of went to the bottom there. Had a lot of room. So.
Sometimes it's unpredictable out there, man. You got to react really fast. You're in these fast late models. How was the track out there tonight? It was quite different from the heat race to the feature race.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. You know, there's some good moisture up here on top, and that's nice. It's good.
That's awesome. Well, man, congratulations. You're taking home some hardware tonight, and you're back in winner's circle again. Who do you have to thank on that car tonight?
I'd like to thank Billy Bob's Repair and Tires, Schaefer's Racing Oil, Vinyl Tricks, Texas Industrial Radiator, the Trash Can Cleaners, Mobag Suspension and Consulting. He really helps me a lot. And my wife.
There you go. There you go. He knows who to thank right there. Big round of applause for Brandon Brzezowski getting it done here at I-37 once more tonight. Starts off the points battle right for the season of 2022. Going to be taking home some nice points. And we're about ready to send another feature on down. Thank you, Miss Rachel, for handling the microphone down there. We appreciate you. No, I'm just the announcer, bud.
Because I was just wondering if, do you know if they're ever going to have, like, ride quads and dirt bike trails? Like, before they used to, like, me and my brothers used to ride here, like, well, actually not, I did ride here once and then they shut it down. Because my dad's friend, crashed and his bottom teeth went through his bottom lip, and then they shut it down,
Yeah.
and then they just did this, nothing else.
Not sure.
I just wanted to see if
Well, if my ears and eyes do not deceive me, I think I see some Sport Compacts out on the track. Your feature race tonight, your feature lineup looks like this. The 21T is Sean Tracy on the pole. Outside of him, the 81 of Michael Burris Jr. Inside row 2, the 28 of Levi Hernandez. Outside of him will be the 33 of Jamie Garner. Right behind his brother in row 3 will be the 55 of Riker Hernandez, Mr. Fireball. And outside of him will be the 32 of Joshua Garcia. Row number 4 will be the 43 of Jennifer Kidd and the 9T of John Thomas. Row number 5 will be the 18 of Michael Burris Sr. and the black number 8 of Robert Kelm. Row number 6 will be the bright pink 76Y of Donald Lewis out of Austin, Texas, and the 35 of Daryl Jones. And bringing up the rear, the last row will be the 88 of Justin Sitterly and the 12 of Billy McCall. Billy the Wild Man McCall all over the track earlier in the heat race. Or should we call him Billy the Kid? Billy, the son of Brandon McCall, in that 12 machine tonight. figuring out his first legs in a race car. So here we go. Lights are out around the track. All eyes on the 9T of John Thomas. Or sorry, that's the 21 of Sean Tracy. Already coming under fire from the 28 of Levi Hernandez. The 81 of Burris Jr. jumps up to the lead, and there goes the silver bullet, the 33 of Jamie Garner. The 21T of Sean Tracy jumps back into third position. Battle right now for third between the 32 of Josh Garcia. Oh, they get together. They're spinning like crazy. Oh, big hit in turn 3. Yellow flag comes out. All sorts of cars got crossed up there in turn number 3. Some faring better than others, but I did see a big hit back there between the 88 of Sitterly, possibly the 9T of John Thomas, 32 of Joshua Garcia. I'm hearing the 43 of Jennifer Kidd back there in that melee as well. Bunch of cars involved. I see the 32 of Josh Garcia right here under his own power. Not sure if he's going to be able to continue, though. Looks like a few cars got together on the backstretch and a few started spinning out. Couldn't avoid each other. I see there's the 12. Billy the Kid, Billy McCall. The 9T of John Thomas already up on the hook, being towed back into the infield. Looks like the 8 of Robert Kelm was able to make it through that one. A couple other cars still up there early in turn 3. See if I can get numbers on those, but I am hearing the 43 of Jennifer Kidd involved in that one. I see the 35 of Daryl Jones able to make it through. I see the 76Y of Donald Lewis still out there, able to make his way through that one as well. Anybody know the words to this song? Hearing some cheers there. Sounds like we got a thumbs up on a driver. A-OK. They might need a couple shots of tequila after this one. Looks like we got most everything cleared up there. Safety crew returning to its positions in the infield. We'll get these cars stacked back up one more time. 81 of Burris Jr. Looks like he's out in front right now, followed by the 33 of Garner. And the 21T is Sean Tracy. From there, we've got the brothers Hernandez, the 55 of Riker, and the 28 of Levi. Touching me. Do you know the words to this one? I just know bump, bump, bump. So good. So good. Ba, ba, ba. As we get this lineup worked out, a little sing-along in the stands. Getting the crowd involved here. Our officials up in the booth trying to figure out who was in what order after that melee. Touching me, you, ba ba ba, so good, so good, ba ba ba. Looks like there might be some fluids up on the track there in turn 3, trying to get these drivers to drive through it a little bit, trying to disperse that water out there. Oh, okay. I was just handed a bag of something valuable here that was left over by the concession stand. If you might have left a bag full of something possibly red and valuable, check your pockets, check your purses. If you're missing a bag of something full of red and valuable things, come let me know. Not that kind of bag. You guys are wrong. I said red, not green. Huh? What? It's always like that. All good. Appreciate you though. Looks like we're still working on the lineup out there. All right, I think we're just about ready to go back to green flag racing. See the safety officials moving back to their spots. All right, we got them stacked back up side by side. Once again, keep an eye on that front car. As soon as the yellow lights around the track go out, he can take off and start this race. 81 of Burris Jr., 33 of Garner, and 21T of Tracy. There they go. Green flag. They're off. Burris Jr. takes off and maintains his lead. Here comes the 55 of Riker Hernandez now. Finds himself in third place after passing that green number, Tracy. 21T. The 18 of Burris Sr. also in the mix there, trying to battle for fourth place, and the 28 of Levi Hernandez also right there in that mix. Oh my goodness, one is over in turn one. Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow. Little bit of contact right here down the front stretch. Sends one into the front stretch and up and over. We went for a ride. It's like we got him flipped over there. I see movement there inside the cockpit. We're getting that driver out right now, it looks like. I'm hearing helmet off for that driver. Looks like he's going to be okay. Might need a few ibuprofen after tonight. I'm hearing the 21T Tracy going for a ride there in that one. Thank goodness for well-built roll cages right there. And good safety equipment taking care of that young man. Looks like he's going to be all right. Might have a few scrapes and bruises, a little bit of a headache, and get him pumped up with some ibuprofen. Looks like we're going to get these cars rolling once more. Like we might have a little bit more moisture down here on the front stretch. Try to get these drivers to drive through some of that water. Try to get it all dispersed. Some hard, tough racing out there for these tuners or sport compacts. Whichever you'd like to call them. They always put on a good show for us here. Always see some good, hard racing out of these guys. Who was she? Oh, yeah? Where did she live? Did she go somewhere? Oh, yeah? Where did he live? Oh, did he go somewhere too? Anybody got any good air guitar up there? It's like we got them stacked up. Just about ready to go green flag racing once more. I believe it. Once again, the 81 of Burris Jr. still your leader, followed by the 55 of Riker Hernandez and the 33 of Garner. They take off down the backstretch. Here comes the number 12. Number 12 up to that fourth spot, exploring the high side of the racetrack for the moment. Here comes the 28 of Levi Hernandez underneath him. That's a battle for fourth. Levi Hernandez on the bottom. Billy the Kid McCall drops back to fifth for the moment. Riker Hernandez now up to second. He sets his sights on the 81 of Burris Jr. Here he comes, the battle for first. Battle right now for sixth is the 18 and the number 8, Robert Kelm and Burris Sr. Those two guys going at it, getting into turn number 1. Burris Sr. now working the bottom side against the 12. The 12 goes high, holds on to it. Oh, the 12 getting way high coming out of turn 2. Billy the Kid McCall trying to hold on to it, goes way high in turn 4. Hold on to it, Billy. Oh my goodness. Oh, now he takes a hard right turn going into turn number 2. Holds on to it again. Billy McCall getting all that it's worth in that number 12 machine. Billy the Kid McCall putting on a show, but here comes the 81 of Burris Jr. under fire from the 55 of Riker Hernandez. 10 laps down, 10 more to go. I see the 32 of Joshua Garcia pulling it off into the infield. Not going to continue in this one. The 18 of Burris Sr. now finds himself up in 4th place. He got past the 28 of Levi Hernandez. Hernandez now on the bottom, pushing the 81 of Burris Jr. to the top. That is a battle for the lead. Keep an eye on that 55 of Riker Hernandez working his way on the bottom. Hold on to it, Riker. He got that front fender down on the bottom underneath the 81. Wasn't able to hold on to it. We'll see if he can put together another run. Riker Hernandez in the 55. Trying to make the bottom side of this track stick. He gets another run coming off of turn 3. Laps are winding down. Riker Hernandez trying to find a place that he can make that car stick, but he's also got to keep up the momentum. Got to keep that car rolling if he's going to make up any progress on the 81 of Burris Jr. Oh, white smoke coming out of the 33 of Garner. He pulls off into the infield. Not sure what happened to that one, but I definitely saw a puff of white smoke coming out from underneath the hood of that machine. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of lap traffic. Lap traffic going to start to become an issue for your leaders. Oh, the 12. Billy the Kid goes a little sideways in turn 1. He holds on to it. Grab a gear, Billy. Oh, the 81 of Burris Jr. all over the back bumper of that bright pink 76Y. That's Donald Lewis. Oh, no. It goes over the berm. We got one over the berm in turn 3 and 4. We're going to go yellow. Yellow flag. We got the 18 of Burris Sr. going around for the loop-de-loop. And that bright pink 76Y goes over the berm in turn 3 and 4. Definitely not what the 55 of Riker Hernandez wanted to see at this moment. Our safety crew going to check on that pink car out there. Looks like the number 8 of Robert Kelm out there. I see him up on turn number 3. He's okay. I see the 28 of Levi Hernandez between turns 3 and 4. It looks like your 2 leaders down there in turn 1, the 81 of Burris Jr., and I believe the 55 of Riker Hernandez down there. All right. Thank you, Mr. Jeremy. Folks, if you didn't know it, Mr. Jeremy Hernandez, our flag man, he's keeping an eye on 2 cars out there right now, trying to go cross-eyed. But his 2 young boys, Levi and Riker, taken to the track tonight. Right now, Riker Hernandez giving all he can to your leader, the 81 of Burris Jr. The 33 of Garner, who had a top 5 spot for most of this race. Puff of white smoke, and now he finds himself down in the infield. Looks like we have a thumbs up from our track officials. So we're going to get these guys rolling once more. There goes the 28 of Levi Hernandez, the 8 of Robert Kelm, the 12, Billy the Kid. Billy the Kid McCall. I see the 18 of Burris Sr. Not sure what happened to that pink 76Y of Donald Lewis, but it looks like they might be taking him back to the pits. We'll get them stacked up one more time. Man, these sport compacts tonight dropping like flies. These guys having a tough time. So it looks like your top 5 right now is the 81 of Burris Jr., the 55 of Riker Hernandez, followed by the 18 of Burris Sr., then the 28 of Levi Hernandez. Then we've got the 8, Robert Kelm, and the 12, Billy the Kid McCall. Green flag in the air. Here we go. Riker Hernandez jumps down to the bottom quickly on the 81 of Burris Jr. He takes over the lead right before the flag stand. Now Burris Jr. on the bottom. They swap places. Burris Jr. side by side with Riker Hernandez as they go down the backstretch. Hernandez jumps out to the lead on the top. White flag in the air. Gonna be a battle for the lead for the last lap. Riker Hernandez falls back to second for the moment, loses a little bit of momentum. Oh, and falls off the pace. Looks like it's gonna be the 81 of Burris Jr., the 55 of Hernandez who takes a bump. Oh, at the last second, the 18 of Burris Sr. passes the 55 of Hernandez right underneath the flag stand. Not sure what happened to the 55. Lost power coming out of turn 4 and lost that second place position. The 28 of Levi Hernandez brings it in 4th, and the 8 of Robert Kelm rounds out your top 5. Up to the sky. Little adjustment to the infield tractor tires. Not sure who's coming out next. I had the modified slated for the next race, but we will see if it's going to be the modifieds or the factory stocks as they come down the chute. No, you didn't. Couple more adjustments to the infield tractor tires by our track safety crew. Changing up the track, making sure we have a nice racy track out here. All right, we got the modifieds out here for their feature race, IMCA Modifieds. IMCA Modified, sponsored by Price Chevrolet tonight. Go and check out Price Chevrolet for all of your vehicle needs. They will take care of you, and they make sure to make these racers happy and get them out here. Make sure we have a nice, fun place to race. So big thanks to Price Chevrolet for being one of our track sponsors. Your feature race lineup looks like this. The 56 of Gilbert Amesquita on the pole. Outside of him, the 5 of DJ Schroet. Row number 2 will be the 77 of Robert Leach Jr. Outside of him, the 5R of Ryan Doyon. Row number 3, the BD1 of Jared Maupin on the inside. The 22Z of Daryl Boyd on the outside. Bringing up the rear, the 82 of Rick Green. And the birthday boy himself, the 28 of Marlon Sanford, bringing up the rear. Lights are out around the track. We're going to go green flag this time by. 20 laps the distance. 8 big, bad IMCA Modifieds. Spoilers scraping down here at I-37 Speedway. Here we go. All eyes on the 56 of Gilbert Amesquita. We're about to let him loose. Well, look out. We got him wadded up on the front stretch before the race even started. Gilbert Amesquita has some problems. Looks like the 5R of Ryan Doyon backing up. Very minimal damage there. He might be able to continue. The 82 of Rick Green looks to be back under his own power as well. So a little mix-up. We got the 5 of DJ Schroet asking to get checked over here. We're going to stack these guys back up one more time. No laps complete. DJ Schroet out of Adkins, Texas in that Skyrocket Modified will rejoin the pack. I heard something about a flat tire maybe for the number 5. Left front flat tire is what I'm hearing. He might be able to continue. If he can hold on to it, we shall see. Looks like the 82 of Rick Green going to be going to the pits. Not sure what's wrong with Rick Green there. Might be a flat tire as well. We'll see if he can get that changed. Huh? They've let people back in before. We saw that last week. So here we go, the 5 of DJ Schroet up to the top of the track. Looks like he's going to let the rest of the field pass him, so that'll give the lead over to the 77, Robert Leach Jr. Outside of him, the 5R of Ryan Doyon. Inside row 2, BD1, Jared Maupin. We talked a lot to that young man last week. Taking home some hardware in several different classes in the championship and the points races. Lights are out around the track, so opportunity to leave at any time for the 77 of Robert Leach Jr. And here we go. He holds him up to the end of turn 4. Oh, that wheel way up in the air for 77, leaving the left front at home. Robert Leach Jr. Big contact on the other 3 tires. Oh, we got 2 around. 2 around in turn 4. Going for a loop-de-loop. Yet again, that is the 28 of Marlon Sanford and the 56 of Amesquita. Headed the wrong direction in turn 4. Another yellow flag. Now the 5 of Ryan Doyon jumps out to the lead. Robert Leach Jr. falls back to second. The BD1 of Jared Maupin in third. Lights are out around the track. Opportunity for Ryan Doyon to get the jump on the rest of this pack, and there we go. Oh, the 56 of Amesquita turned around again. We'll see if he can get it refired or off the track, but we are still green for the moment. Here comes the 5 of Doyon. Not gonna happen. Amesquita's got a tough ride there tonight. Not able to hold on to it very well. We'll see if he pulls it off into the infield. Sounds like he's got a lot more motor than traction in the rear wheels. So once again, your top 3 remain the same. Ryan Doyon, Robert Lease, and Jared Maupin, your top 3. Followed by DJ Schroet, Marlon Sanford, and the bright orange 22Z of Darrell Boyd. We're going green once more. Oh, the 5 of DJ Schroet. I see those brake rotors lit up. They are bright red underneath that car. Keep an eye on the red and black number 5. He's got those rotors nice and hot. The 5 of Ryan Doyon works his way around the top side of this track now. Battling against the BD1 of Jared Maupin. Oh, the 5 of Doyon goes way up over the berm. We stay green for the moment. Ryan Doyon losing a bunch of spots right there. Give second position over to the 77 of Robert Lease. But here comes Doyon once more, back on track, back into third position. Ryan Doyon taking the long way around the top side of the track. He finds himself back in third position once more. And now battling the 77 of Robert Lease. Looks like the 5R of Ryan Doyon got a fast piece out there tonight. If he can hold on to it, he finds himself now back in second place. Got a long way to go to catch up to the BD1 of Jared Maupin. About 10 laps left. Right now, the 5R of Ryan Doyon praying for a caution. Looks like that might be the only thing that can get him caught back up to the BD1 of Jared Maupin. They are about half the track distance away from each other. Jared Maupin on the front stretch. Ryan Doyon on the back stretch. Oh, he loses a bunch of pace. Ryan Doyon lost a bunch of pace in that machine a second ago. Looks like he's got it refired once more. The 22Z of Daryl Boyd creeping around on the bottom side of this track. And there goes Ryan Doyon past lap traffic, but still not making up any distance at all against the first place car, the BD1 of Jared Maupin. There goes the 5 of DJ Schroet, now lap traffic. The BD1 of Jared Maupin now almost about to put the pass on third place. Jared Maupin about to pass the 77. One lap to do it. We'll see what happens here, but that is going to be a lap car. Oh, no! Oh, no! The BD1 of Jared Maupin goes around. Here comes the 5R of Ryan Doyon. He's got half a lap. Half a lap to make up the distance. Doesn't look like he's going to do it. Jared Maupin goes around for the spin and still holds on. The 5R of Ryan Doyon bringing it in second place. I believe the 77 Robert Lease is the lap car, but still holds on to third place. Fourth place goes to the 5 of DJ Schroet. And fifth place, I believe, went to the 22Z of Daryl Boyd. Everybody get a good look at that flat tire on the front left of the 5 machine. Race procedures for the IMCA Modifieds. They're all going to come down to the front stretch, and they have an opportunity to protest any of the top 4 cars. So we will see if there are any protests involved. If not, the BD1, Jared Maupin, will take the victory for the moment. And the rest will be decided on the tech pad back in the pits. Looks like everybody is good. No protests right now for the moment. Jared Maupin out of the car. He can hear you now, folks. Jared Maupin, talk to me for just a second, buddy. Hey, you didn't have any idea what was going on, but you went for a loop down there in turn 1 and 2, and it looked like to us you were just showing off because there was nobody even close to you. You still managed to pick up the win. Tell me about it. What happened?
Yeah, honestly, I don't know if that was more me or him. I tried blowing up, just get underneath him, and I think he let off sooner than I thought, but I knew if the caution come out, it was probably going to be on me, so I just floored it and kept going, and luckily I kept going.
Hey, man, you kept it going. No cautions came out. Ryan Doyon was the closest competitor to you. He was about half a track away, and he still finished a quarter of a track away. Man, you put it on us tonight. Why is this car so fast?
Man, I tell you what, this thing's a 2013, so it's a lot older than a lot of cars out here. It just worked for some reason. I spent a lot of time on it. I got to thank Skip Gray for giving me the opportunity to drive it. It works, so we're going to stick to it.
There you go. Hey, sometimes rubbing on this race car and making it fast is better than just buying new, and you're showing us how to do it here tonight. Who else do you have to thank for this car?
Cheryl Gray, Skip Gray, Swinson Racing, Craft Racing Chassis, Ricky, David, my girlfriend Alyssa, my mom and dad, everybody else that helps us out.
There you go. Well, once again, Jared Maupin showing us how to get it done here at I-37. Give him a big round of applause. Jared Maupin, the class of the field tonight, going for a loop-de-loop in turn 1 and 2 and still holding on for the victory. We're about ready to put our final feature race for the night out onto the track.
Factory stock feature race. Factory stock tonight sponsored by All In Designs out of San Antonio, Texas. Make sure you go see All In Designs for all your design-related needs. They can make you a bunch of shirts, fixtures, and koozies that can make you happy. They can make a race car wrap. Anything design-related, they can help you build your designs as well. Go see the Gordons out there in San Antonio, All In Designs. They'll take care of you. They're great folks to work with. Looks like we're going to parade these cars around a little bit. All in the top side of the track is Jared Maupin. Out of his modified and into a factory stock. You remember earlier, Jared Maupin getting a 91 silver chrome 91 factory stock. We're getting this strapped in right now.
All right, we're back. Factory stocks lined up, ready to go. Lights are out around the track. Starting on the pole is 747, and Cody Tesh takes the green flag. Almost 3 wide. There we go. 3 wide into turns 1 and 2. The 99 of Dylan Gaither and the 91 of Jared Maupin back to the front in that 91 machine. Here comes Dylan Gaither on the bottom. The 94 of Alan Torres up into that mix, as well as the 4D of Dustin Hurley. And then a little bit further back is the 24 of Reyes. Here comes the 99 of Gaither still on the bottom, working against the 94 of Alan Torres. Dustin Hurley now works against the outside of the 99 of Gaither. That is the battle for 5th. A little bit of bumping for the 719 Schoenbaum. As he goes down the backstretch, he gets in front of the 00 of Freeman, working on the bottom side of the track. Jared Maupin putting some distance on second place right now. Here comes the 747 of Tesh. The 94 of Alan Torres now all over the back bumper of the 747. Wide coming in. Oh, look out! The 14D goes airborne. Brian Mahler catches a little air as we get a little wheel hop down here in the front stretch, but they keep going. And now we go yellow. Yellow, yellow. I'm not sure what happened, but it looks like I'm missing a car somewhere. While we clear up this yellow flag, let me announce the rest of the cars. The 99 of Dylan Gaither out of San Antonio, the 94 of Alan Torres out of San Antonio, 24 of Paul Reyes, also out of San Antonio. Dustin Hurley out of San Antonio. John Drexler in the 11D out of Victoria. We've got Zach Freeman in the 00 out of Three Rivers. Michael Keelik in the 44K out of Lavernia. Daniel Lopez in that black 15L out of Somerset. Brian Mahler in the 14D went for a little wheel hop right under the front stretch here. He's out of Round Rock. We've got the black 15B J.W. Blocker out of Refugio. The 36 of George Quintanilla out of Adkins. The 719 of Brian Schoenbaum out of San Antonio. The 15 of William Cavender, the blue 15 out of Lemming, Texas. The orange 98 of Ronnie Schoenfeld out of Helotes. The blue 43 of Johnny Johnson coming out of Spring Branch. The 75 of Jerry Miller. I do not see the 75 of Jerry Miller out there right now. And the 29 of Jose Lopez, the orange number 29, finds himself up a few positions from his starting spot. Your top three looks like this. The 747 of Cody Tesh, 94 of Alan Torres, and the 91 of Jared Maupin out in front. 4D of Dustin Hurley, the 99 of Dylan Gaither round out your top five. Paul Reyes in the 24 in his brand new factory stock. I believe it's only his second race on dirt. Doing really well up there at the front of the pack. And the green flag waves. Here we go again. Oh, the 00. Zach Freeman goes for a ride. Looks like he might be having trouble with that one, getting it started, and there he goes, pulls it off into the infield. We will stay green. Oh no, the 44, Michael Keelik goes around. Contact for the 44 of Keelik. He spins it around and keeps going. Not sure what other car he made contact with, but we stay green. And we got two more around, the 719, the 4D and Dustin Hurley way high in turns 1 and 2. And now we throw the yellow flag. The 719 of Brian Schoenbaum stuck on the tractor tire. There he goes, he gets off. Schoenbaum getting turned around there in turn 4. Not sure if he had help with that spin. Turn 4 has been tricky. So yet another yellow flag for your factory stocks. I see some damage on the passenger front of the 15B of JW Blocker. Usually signifies that there was some sort of contact involved. Checking over the damage as they come around. I see a little bit of damage on the front nose of the 4D machine. Dustin Hurley still up in that top 5 spot though. That bright red number 4D right behind Alan Torres, who finds himself in 4th. 747 of Cody Tesh in 2nd. Looks like he might be taking the bottom side. He gets to make a choice right now, whether he wants to take the bottom or the top. Right behind the 91, Jared Maupin. We're going to get him stacked back up one more time. Looks like the 99 of Dylan Gaither going to be on the bottom, the 747 of Tesh on the top. As we stack these cars back up 2 by 2. Looks like we might have a little bit of confusion on who's supposed to go where for this lineup. We'll send them around one more time for a pace lap. A little bit of a communication problem there. Let's go, boys. We want to let them go. The lights are still on around the track. Looks like safety official checking out turn 4. Look out, Johnny. Here they come. Let's get it started. Looks like the lineup is good. Lights are out. Jared Maupin goes to town early in turn 3. Green flags in the air. Dylan Gaither finding some traction on the bottom side of this track. Holds his position at 2nd. Right behind Jared Maupin. Here comes the 747 of Tesh and the 94 of Alan Torres. The 4D of Dustin Hurley was up there in the top 5 and now falls way back, loses a bunch of positions. Jared Maupin now putting distance on the 99 of Gaither, showing us how to get it done. Oh, the 94 of Alan Torres goes way high in turn 4, loses a bunch of spots. Maybe just one spot. Alan Torres falls back to 5th position behind the 11B. The 11B of John Drexler now finds himself in the top 5. Oh, we got one around. That's the 11B. 11B of John Drexler up at the top of turn 3 and 4. Gets it turned around and rejoins the racing surface. The 747 Tesh goes to work on the 99 of Gaither, working the bottom side of the track, and we got a melee in turn 4. Big in turn 4. Flat tires for the 14B. $14D of Brian Mahler, big damage on the outside of that car. Flat tires, tough break for the 14D of Brian Mahler. Gonna have to take that one down into the pits. Also involved looks like the 24 of Reyes. I believe I also see a flat tire on the 24 of Reyes. We'll see if we can get that changed, but he appears to be under his own power. Paul Reyes, once again, his second time on dirt. Was a well-known competitor up at Central Texas Speedway in Kyle, Texas, in the street stock division. He had a beautiful number 24. Looks like he's down there in the hot pits. Some work being done to the front end of that machine. Hopefully a tire being changed. Little bit of confusion it looks like for your top 5. Jared Maupin, Dylan Gaither, Cody Tesh, the 94 of Alan Torres, who went for a ride on the top side of turn 3 and 4. And then the 15 of Daniel Lopez now appears to be up to the top 5. I also see the 15B of J.W. Blocker up there as well. So we'll see which number 15 takes over that 5th position. For the moment, it looks like Daniel Lopez is going to hold it. But we'll see as we get these racers put in the proper order. And it looks like the 24 Paul Reyes has rejoined the racing surface as well. Back there in the back of the pack, but he'll have a few more laps to try to get back up to the front of this field. Lots of cautions out there tonight for this tricky racing surface. Slippery and hard to control out there. Flagman Mr. Hernandez gives him the sign to get doubled up side by side. We're going to stack them up one more time. Green flag rolled up and in the hands of Mr. Jeremy Hernandez. I believe we're going to go green flag this time by. Yellow light still on for the moment. And now the yellow light goes off. Jared Maupin has free reign to decide when he's going to start this race, and there he goes. Green flag in the air for Jared Maupin. Oh, big backfire. Looks like we got one spun around in turn 1 and 2. And we're going to bring out the yellow flag again. Not again. That looks like the 15B of Blocker getting spun around. He's going to rejoin the back of the pack possibly. We're going to check his car over. Sometimes when you're out there hard racing with a bunch of folks, sometimes it is what it is. We'll get this race in one way or another. Anybody got figures on the over-under for the number of yellow flags that we're going to have for the rest of this race? Looks like we might be going single file. That appears to be the case. We're going to line them up single file now, trying to get these boys in order. And here we go. The 91 of Jared Maupin takes the green flag yet again. The bright red 4D of Dustin Hurley working his way up through the field once more, trying to regain all those spots that he lost. And the 43 of Johnny Johnson tries to mount the infield tractor tire. Well, I'm not exactly sure, but I think that's how cars reproduce. I don't think it's hurt, guys. Just pull him up off that tire. I have a feeling that tire's still going to be stuck underneath there. There you go. Be sure to put that tire back when you're done with it. All right, they got the 43 of Johnson off the hook. Looks like he's going to get that machine refired and rejoin the back of the pack. And our track officials putting those infield tractor tires back out where they belong. Maybe next week we'll have some baby tires out here. So yet again, under yellow condition, Jared Maupin holds on to the lead, followed by Dylan Gaither and Cody Tesh. Alan Torres in spot number 4. And now the 15 of Daniel Lopez finds his way up to the top 5. Jose Lopez Jr. in 6th. The 4D of Dustin Hurley in 7th. Michael Keelik in the 44K in 8th. Here we go. Green flag once again. Alan Torres and Cody Tesh side by side coming into turn 3 and 4. Alan Torres on the bottom, Cody Tesh on the top. Oh, big hit! Big hit right down here on the front stretch. They're taking shortcuts through the infield, saying hello to Miss Rachel Plant out there. Wow. I think we got to throw the yellow on that one. I didn't exactly see what happened, but the 29 of Jose Lopez Jr. went 3 wide in the middle of 2 other cars, took a big shot in the bumper from the 44K of Keelik, and then a whole bunch of cars just went down into the infield trying to avoid the other cars and the infield tractor tire. The infield tractor tire, tonight's star of the show. I think I've said infield tractor tire like 30 times tonight. If anybody wants some really good sponsorship, they can put a sponsorship down on the infield tractor tire to make sure they get their name spoken a bunch of times. Sponsorships for the infield tractor tire for the whole season starting at $40 right down here at the table. I'll take your money. Michael Keelik in the 44K getting a push off the track and into the pits. Not going to be able to continue this one. We have to hold on to him possibly for one more lap as we get that car pushed down into the pits. Well, no, I take that back. Lights are out around the track. Green flag waves. Whoa, look out. The 99 of Dylan Gaither pushes the 91 of Maupin all the way up the track in turns 1 and 2. Maupin holds on to it. And they go to work again. Here comes the 94 of Torres. And now the 4D of Dustin Hurley works his way back up to the top 5. Look out for the 4D of Dustin Hurley. 4D working around the bottom side of this track. He's going to go to work on the 94 of Alan Torres, who falls back to 4th spot. We got the 43 of Johnson down here in the infield again. He's off the track, so we stay green. Johnson going to get it turned around. He just wanted another good look at his boo. Oh, he got a flat tire. White flag in the air. Your leader, the 91 of Jared Maupin, going to have to navigate the lap traffic of the 43 of Johnson. Here comes the 99 of Gaither. They're going by that 43 car. They navigate safely. Your top 5 looks like this. The 91 of Jared Maupin, 99 of Dylan Gaither, 747 of Tesh, the 94 of Alan Torres. A whole bunch of cars after that, but rounding out your top 5 was the 4D of Dustin Hurley, who fought his way back up to the top 5. Tremendous effort from the 4D of Dustin Hurley. Hold your applause for just a moment, folks. We'll get Jared Maupin out of that car, but what a tremendous effort through all of the yellow flags. Fellow competitors giving him a thumbs up there for a race well run. Give us just a second. We'll get a microphone in the hands of that young man one more time. There he is, folks. Jared Maupin popping out of that car. Jared, I don't know, man. Like 3 wins in one weekend. Like, how much cooler does it get?
Yeah, I mean, 3 wins in 3 classes. I don't know if I could ever have thought of that, but I got to thank Jamie Fuller for running me a hot rod yesterday and today. So he set it up perfect. I mean, it was Cadillac.
Man, what were you thinking through all those yellow flags?
I hate restarts, and I've seen it over and over again. I was trying to mix it up, trying to mess them up, but man, they were all over me.
Yeah, man, you had the class of the field. You had a little bit closer competition here in the factory stock than you did with the modifieds. Could you tell that they were right there with you?
Oh yeah, I could feel them on start. I could hear them all over me going into one. But I think once I got 1 or 2 laps, I could start opening up the lead and start getting comfortable again.
Yeah, man, you looked real good out there. Congratulations again tonight. Who do you have to thank for that hot rod?
I thank Jamie Fuller, Launch Machine Shop, Reflective Cracker, the ladies, my girlfriend Ricky, and everybody else that helps us out.
There he is once again, folks. Jared Maupin showing us how to get it done here at I-37. We'll have a safe ride home tonight, folks. Be safe out there on 37. Watch out for the crazies. Don't yell at those people at Whataburger too much. They're just trying to do their job. Have a good night.